It's a privilege to introduce and welcome Professor Shrinivasa Varakedi, the esteemed Vice Chancellor of Central Sanskrit University, New Delhi. He has made a profound impact on Sanskrit and Indian knowledge system. Previously, he led Kavi Kulguru Kalidas Sanskrit University and Gondwana University in 2017 and 22, where he secured an A+ NAAC accreditation for KKSU. Renowned for pioneering Sanskrit pedagogical innovations, Professor Varakedi has held leadership roles at Karnataka Sanskrit University, Osmania University's Sanskrit Academy, and Rashtriya Sanskrit Vidyapeeth Tirupati. He has actively contributed to the policy making for Sanskrit education under the Ministry of Education, NAAC Committee, and MHRD's Vision document for Sanskrit development. A celebrated scholar, he was awarded the Maharishi Bhadrayan Vyas Samman by the President of India in 2008 and the Swami Chinmayananda Research Gold Medal in 2013, culminating in an honorary Doctor in Literature. His extensive work with over 30 publications and numerous keynote addresses reflects a dynamic fusion of tradition and modern thought in Sanskrit, computational linguistic philosophy of language, and research methodology. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Professor Shrinivasa Varakedi.
Namaste, Professor Shrinivas-ji. So much honor to have you here, and dear friends from all parts of the world. Who you are not getting me? Can you listen? Can you speak? Shrinivas-ji, can you speak? Shrinivas-ji, can you speak? Your voice is perfect. Can you listen me?
You're not audible. Yeah.
I'm not audible, is it? Okay. You're most welcome. You may begin your talk then. Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vikranji, for making me part of this great journey of United Consciousness International Week of Yoga. I'm really happy to be part of this great event. Today, I'm going to speak on the concept of Ishwera for non-believer yogic practitioners. For many non-orthodox people, the term Ishwara in yoga can be difficult to understand and may sound challenging because it seems to imply a belief in non-personal deity or personal God. However, the yogic concept of Ishwara, especially as presented by Patanjali in Yoga Sutras, can be understood and interpreted in many ways that are meaningful even for non-believers. First of all who are interested in yoga should believe in the existence of the self that is consciousness, or in them, they believe in themselves, for whom the ultimate peace is needed. This awareness of the self-existence in the form of I exist cannot be denied for the simple reason that it will lead to a self-contradiction and finally a logical paradox. I cannot deny my existence because the denial itself requires the existence of the self. Therefore, the questioning the existence of the self is contradictory to the question against the existence of the self. The functioning of mind, a functioning mind cannot capture. So I'm speaking now. It's an international conference. That's 2 minutes. Functioning mind cannot capture the self-awareness. Hence, the meditation is considered to be a spiritual tool for the self-awareness. Ishwara, basically Ishwara Pranidhana is said to be part of this process. Let's discuss what is the role of Ishwara in the yogic practice. Patanjali defines Ishvara as klesha karma vipakashriyaihi apramrishtah purushaha, purusha visheshaha Ishvaraha. Ishvara is a unique purusha consciousness untouched by afflictions, actions, their results, and latent impressions. This definition is philosophical rather than theological. Yoga schools do, do not necessarily describe a creator God who rewards and punishes. Then, how a non believer may understand Ishvara, I would like to place at least 4 ways. Ishvara as the highest ideal of human possibility. Ishvara can be viewed as the embodiment of perfect wisdom, freedom, and consciousness. Just as a scientist may aspire towards truth, a yogi may orient life towards the ideal state. This is an ideal state. Ishvara is just an ideal state. The second point, Ishvara as a universal consciousness. One may interpret Ishvara as the deepest level of awareness beyond ego, conditioning, and personal identity. In this reading, yoga is not about worship, but about realizing a higher dimension of consciousness. The third way of understanding Ishvara as a psychological anchor. Patanjali recommends Ishvara Pranidhana as a tool for realization. Here, it could be placement of mind in superconsciousness. For a non-believer, this may mean surrendering the ego, letting go of excessive self-centeredness, trusting a larger order of reality that covers all other beings. The fourth way of understanding Ishvara as a cosmic order, similar to Ruta in the Vedas or the laws of nature in science, Ishvara may be understood as the underlying intelligence, harmony, governing existence. It's nothing but nature's power. Why Patanjali includes Ishvara in this entire yogic practice? Interestingly, Patanjali presents devotion to Ishvara as one of the methods among several for attaining concentration and liberation. Yoga can still be practiced through disciplines, meditation, self-study, swadhyaya, ethical living, even if one does not adopt a conventional belief in God, which is considered as one of the ways to reach the goal. In other words, for a believer, Ishvara is God. For a philosopher, Ishvara is absolute consciousness. For a psychologist, Ishvara is the symbol of highest integrated self. For a non-believer, Ishvara is the ideal transcendence beyond ego and conditioning, nature's highest order. The genius of yoga lies in its inclusiveness. Patanjali does not demand dogmatic belief. Instead, he offers Ishvara as a transformative principle that can be approached through devotion, contemplation, philosophy, or direct experience. As many yoga bhashyakaras explain, one need not begin with faith in God. You need not begin with faith in God. You may begin with sincere practice, continuous practice, abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. The understanding of Ishvara may then emerge gradually through inner experience rather than a belief. In Sanskrit, it is said, yatha drishtis tatha srishti. As one's vision is, so the word appears. In Natya Shastra, it is said, yato hastas tato drishti, yato drishtis tato manaha, yato manas tato bhavaha, yato bhavas tato rasaha. The hand guides the vision takes the mind leads the emotions, and emotions create rasa, the ultimate essence, experience of bliss. Thus, for the non-believer, Ishwara need not be a theological doctrine. It may be understood as the highest truth, deepest consciousness, or a ultimate reality, an essence of experience of bliss towards which yoga points. In Patanjali Darshana, Kaivalya is the ultimate goal. While yoga is often identified with the Ashtanga Yoga, Patanjali recognized multiple approaches, entry points leading to the same state. Abhyasa Vairagyabhyam Tannirodha, Ishwara Pranidhana, Kriya Yoga with the practices of tapas, swadhyaya, and Ishwara Pranidhana, various supports of concentration. He also gives numerous meditation objects. Focus on one single chosen object, Eka Tattva Anudhyana. Cultivation of 4 attitudes, Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, and Upeksha. Then ultimately Viveka Khyati, discriminate the knowledge, ultimate wisdom and knowledge of through the sustained discernment between Purusha and Prakriti. In this way, uh, when we look at the yoga practices, it is, you can understand yogic practices in psychological level, abhyasa, vairagya, abhyam, tannirodha, and devotional, like with Ishvara Pranidhana, meditative and philosophical. Ultimately, finally, Purushartha Shunyanam Gunanam Pratipasava Kaivalyam. Thus, Yoga Darshana is not a single path system. It accommodates the disciplined practitioner, the devotee, the contemplative mind, the philosopher, and even non-believer, non-theistic seeker, all moving towards the same summit of Kaivalya. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Varakedi ji. Can you listen me right now? Okay, maybe poor network at your place, but I really wanted to thank you for giving such a comprehensive definition of Ishwara and how yoga discipline inculcates all the disciplines together. You are at international airport, but still you could focus on the talk and you could do absolute justice with the topic. I'm sure that believers and non-believers, philosophers or contemplators, all must have related themselves with the definition of Ishvara that you presented. Thank you very much for always blessing us with your presence. Nation itself is must be feeling very proud of for having professors and luminaries like you. Thank you very much.